Ed coming back with a card show recap. Went to the Philly Non-Sports Card Show today, and that has been long overdue. The Philly Non-Sports Card Show is an annual show held twice a year. It's held at the Oaks Convention Center, which is the same venue as the Philly Sports Card Show. And I've learned about the non-sports card show about a decade ago. And for whatever reason, whenever the show would pop up, I just wasn't able to make it. I know my good friend Matt, HerdFan87, back in the day, went to the show. And it's held in Hall D. And I have some footage from the show on the layout. And it's a really, really awesome show. Had a blast at the card show today. It was pretty crowded. It took about 25 minutes to get inside. There was a pretty lengthy line to get in at opening, and was very well attended. Good amount of dealers. A pretty decent sized show. I wouldn't say it's a large show or a big show, but there's good variety. There was vintage there. There was a lot of really awesome autograph card sets from all the various releases from Cryptozoic and Rittenhouse Archives. There was a lot of Doctor Who, Star Wars, Star Trek. There was a decent amount of Pokemon, which a lot of people were interested in that as well. Other TCG like One Piece, Yu-Gi-Oh!, Attack on Titan, various different anime TCGs, and believe it or not, there was a couple dealers that were also selling sports too. So was glad to finally attend this show after all the years of wanting to go, and I'll show you what I picked up. So they handed out this cool Garbage Pail Kid promotional piece for the Philly Non-Sports Card Show, Sleazy Sam, and here's the back. They also handed out these. There's various promotional cards in here that you get for the entrance. The admission fee for one day is $12, or you can get a 2-day pass because the show is on Saturday and Sunday for $14. One of the cheap cards that I was able to pick up, I believe this is from Worldwide Gum. This is from 1942. Saw this, immediately had to pick it up. It was only $3. This is a card of Admiral Nimitz. And I believe the background is showing Midway. In fact, the back is talking about the Battle of Midway, but it doesn't reference it. And I think that's because, obviously, 1942, Midway also happened in 42. So I guess they didn't have a name for it at the time when they printed this, but it talks about the damage inflicted on the Japanese fleet and the Japanese Air Force, which was a massive turning point in the war in the Pacific. So Admiral Nimitz, just really, really awesome there. Really cool history. Then there was a lot of Game of Thrones there, and you guys know, big Game of Thrones collector. Like I mentioned, Rittenhouse Archives was set up, and I was able to actually find a card for my Season 7 set. This is the Night King, and this is one of the cards, like I mentioned, that I need for the Season 7 set, and was able to get this for $40, which is normally what it sells for around on eBay, but again, it's tough to get this card at an auction price because not too many pop up on auction on eBay, and it's nice to finally get this card crossed off the checklist. So I believe I'm down to 4 cards now that I need to complete that Season 7 set that I've been working on since it was released back in 2017. So we're almost at the end of the tunnel. And the final purchase here, pretty much spent all the show funds on one card. And this was a card that I saw at the National, and it was like, I think like $400 it was stickered. It was a lot more when the show was running. But this is from House of the Dragon, and it is an autograph full bleed of Emma Darcy, who plays Rhaenyra Targaryen. So the dealer had this in a binder. He didn't have a price on it. He was looking for $250, and I think, in my opinion, that's very, very fairly priced. Tried to negotiate a little to get the card off the dealer's asking, but he was firm on it. But he did include 2 extra Game of Thrones cards in the collection for me, so I'll show those 2 cards off. The other 2 that he threw in, which I did not have. This is from the Tower of Joy flashback. Eddie Eyre. He plays one of the King's Guards, one of the Targaryen King's Guards, Sir Gerald Hightower. Great scene there from the show. And then also Euron Greyjoy, Polo Asbach. So there's the back. So those 2 were thrown in along with the big purchase for the Emma Darcy, which, again, happy to get this one to collection. It's my first House of the Dragon autograph card. In-house Archives is making these cards. I'm not going to be doing the sets for House of the Dragon, but I would like to add autograph cards of the key prominent characters. I went to the show. If you're interested in the Philly Non-Sports Card Show, I do recommend checking it out, especially if you're into non-sports cards. It was a really cool change of pace to see tons of raw cards, very, very little graded cards, which is awesome. Was really a nice change of pace from what you typically see at sports card shows. So I highly recommend. Check it out. And that's all I got for you guys. Have a great one. Take care.